Welcome to Pbkc Picks for week number 6, broadcasting live from right here in West Palm Beach, Florida at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. My name is Mike Jameson. To my left, you know him from the Earnestly Speaking podcast, an employee of Pbkc for over 20 years as a poker dealer, Mr. Ernest Christian.
Wow, I feel old. I was saying you saying that every week.
Now you are.
Jeez.
And to my right today, over on this side, I told you last week we're going to have a very special guest on the show. He's coming in with a vengeance, folks. His name is Jacob Pbkc. He's been on our regular picks cast all season long. Last week he had a great week. He is one of the managers in the poker room and a fan favorite, Mr. Jacob Pbkc.
Oh, thank you for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Again, I got to let everybody know all of our thoughts are with everybody right now on the west coast of Florida as we broadcast live on this Wednesday morning. I have to let you know what's going on here at Pbkc, and due to the impending weather conditions associated with Hurricane Milton, Pbkc is closing today. That's the 9th at 4 p.m., and we prioritize the safety of our staff and customers, and we are going to reopen when it is safe to do so. And our thoughts and prayers are with everybody right now in Florida, everybody that's dealt with Hurricane Helene, and of course everybody in the path of Hurricane Milton. So please be safe. We can't wait to see you when we open back up. So please keep in touch with us. Call our number 683-2222. Go to our website pbkennelclub.com or follow us right here on social media if you want to know all the updates right here at Pbkc. Now let's take a look at what happened last week with the picks. This is something Jacob wants to see.
That's the overall picks there.
That's overall.
Yeah. Jacob moved up to 5th with 11
That'll-
wins last week. That was pretty amazing,
Good job,
Jacob.
Jacob.
Oh, thank you. I had to change my strategy up a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, he knew he was coming on the show, so he really showed out last week. I actually had a decent week of 8 wins. The person in last place now is Noah Carbone, who is surprisingly not on the show this week.
Nursing Josh Allen, probably. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know. I think he's outside Josh Allen's house right now. But, after the shirt debacle from last week, we can't wait to talk to him next week. I hope, Noah, you're enjoying your time off. Ernest at the top of the list right now with 44 wins on the year, 10 last week. Sully is in second, a close second at 43. Yeah. Tim, who's one of the managers from the poker room right now, 42 wins, and Alexis Barbish at 40 wins, and followed right there by Jacob Pbkc, then our producer Jake, Josh, Pat, myself, and then Noah. So I'm hoping for a good week this week. Now let's talk about the takeaways from week number 5. Go ahead, Ernest.
Well, my takeaway is this. If it wasn't obvious before, it was obvious yesterday that Aaron Rodgers is the judge, the jury, and executioner of the New York Jets by getting Robert Saleh, because we know darn well that he's the reason Robert Saleh is no longer head coach of the Jets.
Coach killer.
Yesterday.
Right.
Absolutely coach killer. Absolutely coach killer.
Mike McCarthy, coach for Green Bay now.
Yeah, absolutely. So
he needs to check his ego at the door, but
and look,
somebody's got to tell him.
Is he a top 5 all-time player? Probably still a quarterback. Yeah, I still think he's probably the most talented after Pat Mahomes. I'm comfortable with that. Ever.
Ever?
Yeah. Pure talent? Yeah. Pure talent. Like pure talent.
Ever.
Like throw the ball, pull the ball. Absolutely. Aaron Rodgers. Yes. But again, it's the ego stuff.
John Elway, Dan Marino.
I'll take it. All right.
He has a ring.
He has a ring too. Also, I mean, if anything.
Pure talent.
Come on, Jake.
No,
better than Favre. Greatest Packer quarterback of all time.
If you couldn't already tell,
Not even close.
Jacob
Not even
actually
close.
is a huge Miami Dolphins fan, born and raised right here in South Florida. How are you feeling about the Dolphins right now, Jacob?
After this week, I got a little bit more hope for them because they actually stuck with the running game and ran it well. They ran for over 160 yards this week, which was awesome. Usually they get away from the running game, even though it's been working the whole year. I don't know why they haven't stuck with it more. Mostert was a little bit, he was a big piece this week to bring him back in and get the running game really going.
Here's the thing: if they stick with this, if they can win one more game before Tua gets back in 2 weeks, the AFC East is coming down on earth a little bit now. Bills have lost 2 in a row.
We have a bye week this week.
So that's what I'm saying. So Tua should be clear, I think, next 2 weeks after the bye, whatever.
Wow.
Maybe the week after that
he
one.
was cleared 3 weeks ago, but
They said 4 weeks though, 4 games. I don't know if that's that NFL official thing or whatever.
Well, they put him on the IR, but
Right.
he was clear from the
Right.
concussion.
Here's the bottom line: Bills have come to earth now. Jets are having issues right now. The Dolphins only game behind. So as bad as things have been for the Dolphins the first 5 weeks of the year, they're in it. And Tua's back and healthy. This is still a race again. So
We'll be
Dolphins
back,
fans
baby.
need to still stay with it. Don't get depressed. Stay with this team could still be in it because the AFC East right now is a cluster right now. So
And we're probably the most talented team in the AFC
I
East.
picked y'all in division before you started.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, any other takeaways from week number 5? How about your team getting a big win?
I mean, yeah, I was shocked. I'm totally shocked,
We
man.
all were.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Seattle is a place that the Giants don't normally play well in historically, but again, as I said earlier in the year, I think Seattle is a bunch of frauds. At 3-0, I said they're frauds, and it's coming to earth now. So
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
yeah,
Frauds.
thank you.
Okay,
frauds, yeah.
now we're going to talk about one of my takeaways from last week, and that is the best place to catch all the games, and that is Feastin' Football right there in the Paddock Restaurant. The Paddock Restaurant is located right here at Pbkc, 1111 North Congress Avenue in West Palm Beach, and you're not going to find a better place in all of South Florida to watch every game on the early docket every single Sunday right here at Pbkc, all the way up until the final regular season game January 5th. Come here every Sunday morning, 11:30 a.m., 140 HD TVs, 3 big screens, full bar, $25 all-you-can-eat buffet is what we're offering with a free beer and so much more. It's called Feastin' Football, and it's all-you-can-eat Sundays at the Paddock every football Sunday.
I'm starving though. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, wait till I talk
It's
about
only
the
Wednesday.
menu.
It's
Yeah.
only Wednesday.
So wait till I tell you the menu a little bit later
Oh my God.
on that Feastin' Football. Now we're going to move on to everybody's favorite segment of the week. This is where we cover each and every game from week number 6. This is our weekly picks segment. And we're going to start off with a fun Thursday night game. And that is going to be San Francisco at Seattle, where San Francisco is favored by 3.5. Go ahead, Ernest.
Yeah, this is a huge game. The NFC West. I mean, like I said, Seattle, I just said a couple minutes ago, a bunch of frauds, and I think it sticks with this. I think San Francisco, even with the injuries, will find a way to win. I mean, that was a devastating loss to Arizona on Sunday. That was very devastating. They should have won that game, and I think they'll turn things around. I trust this team long term. I know 2-3 record is not what it should be, obviously, but I trust them long term. They've done this for the last couple of years. They start slow, and then by the middle of October, they just turn it on, and they'll start turning on now. Give me San Francisco win this game on the road.
Unfortunately, I agree with you. No, I do.
It's okay.
San Fran's coming off the big loss to
Right.
Arizona. It was heartbreaking. Seattle, they are frauds. Who have they beaten?
Yeah.
The Dolphins,
Dolphins nicked up.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm taking San Francisco on the road. Even though I know Seattle is a very difficult place to play, I will take San Francisco again, favored by 3.5. That is the Thursday night game as San Francisco travels to Seattle. Now we move on to Sunday morning. This is another overseas game, and this is Jacksonville at Chicago. This is actually my upset of the week. What do you think, Jacob?
I agree with you. I think it is an upset. Jacksonville's going to take it. Chicago traveling all that way. They're a younger team. I think Jacksonville's starting to turn the corner, though.
No, I feel that. Like I'm tempted to take them myself, but that Bears defense is really good. I think we're not talking about that enough right now. They're 3-2. Caleb Williams is only now trying to figure it out, and they're 3-2. I mean, that's a good sign for the Bears right now, especially in the conference right now. That it's kind of lowered down in terms of the barometer of getting to the playoffs in terms of how much wins you need. Like I'm tempted to take the Jags here, but I'm going to take the Bears. I just trust their defense more. But I do agree with you guys saying the Jags are turning things around slowly. So, looking at the Bears here on the road.
I love it when the Jags travel overseas. I feel like that's always a home game for them. I'm going to take them. That's my upset of the week to defeat the Chicago Bears. And again, Chicago is favored by 2.5 in that early morning Sunday game. We talked last week about the early morning game, and because of the fact that the Sunday night game went late, I think they say it was like the longest Sunday of NFL football in history. It was absolutely crazy.
The worst part is that I actually stayed awake on Saturday to watch the Miami-California game
Wow.
in college. Okay, I actually stayed up till like, what, was it, Jake, 2 a.m., 3 a.m.?
2:30.
2:30 in the morning, it
2:30,
ended. And I stayed awake for
didn't
that.
get over
I'm
it.
like, no way in hell I'm doing this time on the Cowboys-Steelers game. Not happening.
Yep. Now we're looking at the Arizona at Green Bay game, where Green Bay is favored by 4.5.
I
Oh.
got Green Bay in this one. I don't know what Ernest was talking about with their division and less games being to get to
No.
playoffs, but
Right.
Green Bay, Detroit, this division's stacked. Green Bay's going to take this one.
No, my point was more so there's no runaways in this right now. There's no dominant. Well, I mean, Minnesota probably the only one, but even then, you still Sam Darnold. Let's see in November.
Green Bay is probably one of the best overall teams in the NFL.
Brother,
their defense, special teams, they're gonna destroy them.
I said on the show 2 weeks ago they're going to be an NFC title game this year.
Yeah,
I went 10 toes down on that.
I like it.
And I'm with Green Bay.
10 toes down.
Yeah, Green Bay turning things around. Like I said,
That's mid.
Jordan Love is back.
That's Oh, don't start this again. Please don't start this again.
Give me Green Bay. And Jordan Love is back. Arizona had a big win, I said this week. Arizona's kind of frisky at times, but in Lambeau, Jordan Love is feeling it now. The Packers are getting healthy. Yeah, I'm big on the Packers this year overall. Give me Packers win this game.
Yeah, I think Jordan Love has the Riz. I think.
There you go.
See, he started us up again. You see that?
Love it.
I like him at home. Again, Green Bay is favored by 4.5. I'm taking Green Bay at home in this one. Next, we move on to Cleveland at Philadelphia, where Philadelphia is favored by 8.5.
Producer Jake.
Yeah, he's not
sorry,
gonna be
man.
happy about what we got to say.
Sorry,
here.
my guy. Browns. Eagles off the bye. These next 4 weeks for the Eagles are going to be very crucial to see where they're at as a team. And this schedule for them is, on paper, easier. A lot of infighting going on. You see Jalen Hurts made some comments last week after at the press conference after losing Tampa Bay. I'm really curious to see how this Eagle team respond off a bye. Look, they win the game. I want to see stop points here. Give me the Eagles here to cover.
Yeah, I agree. They need to show the world that they still got it. In Cleveland, I'm sorry, but they don't have a shot at
They
anything.
quit. Jacob, they quit on Sunday. They just quit.
They need to quit lying to themselves and say they made a mistake with this Deshaun Watson thing. Like, just give it up.
Let me ask you this: should they bench him?
Yes.
They probably should, but they won't.
1,000%.
But they won't because of the financial ramifications.
Well,
of that.
yeah, you give up 2-3 first-round picks, you can't really bench a guy, but they need to.
I mean,
Jameis Winston, I mean, he's no Aaron Rodgers, but he'll come in and provide a spark, and I think he gives them a better shot to win for sure.
Yeah, especially in a division that's still up for grabs. They're not really out of it yet by the numbers, but I mean, hey, but this is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly at home. Again, they're favored by 8.5. I mean, that's a lot of points right there. So I was thinking about it, but then again, as you guys have talked about, Cleveland right now is kind of a dumpster fire. That's why I think all of us are taking Philly at home, favored by 8.5. Now we move on to another game, Houston at New England, where Houston is traveling to New England, and they are also favored by 6.5 points.
It should probably be more because New England's starting their rookie, aren't they?
It's a new day.
Yeah.
For Drake May.
It's a new May. It's going to be May.
It's going to be a rough.
It's going to be May.
It's going to be a rough game to start your career on.
Well, you're an NSYNC fan? That's cool. Oh, sorry.
Are we really going to talk about this on the show? Are you a Taylor Swift fan? She was at the game the other night. Wasn't that awesome?
Allegedly.
He's definitely a Swiftie.
I think so,
You're a Swiftie,
too.
aren't you, Jake? No?
He's got daughters. He
got daughters. Come on.
Has to play in the house every once in a while.
They're a
I don't
little bit
mind her.
younger right now, though.
Yeah.
They don't really.
I don't mind her, but no.
Yeah, I'm taking Houston on the road, favored by 6.5 to go to New England and win.
Yeah, I'm the same way too. Houston, they look groggy out the shoot the first 4 weeks of the year. Signature win against Buffalo on Sunday, albeit testy at times, But I think they're starting to figure things out now going forward. Like I said, Drake May's first start of his career, not a good sign. Like, part of me wants to take Pats on the points because the Pats defense is solid, but I think the Texans are starting to figure things out now. Give me the Texans to win this on the road, and they'll cover the 7 as well too.
Okay, now we move on to Indianapolis at Tennessee. I named this my lock of the week, and I don't know why I keep picking Indianapolis, but I'm going to pick them again. They're going in favored by 1.5. What do you think, Jake?
I think Indianapolis is going to win. Tennessee, I don't know what happened to them from last year to this year. Like, they won a couple of close games last year, and they've fallen off. Their defense, everything. Indianapolis has been playing tough. They have a good running game, decent receivers, good defense. I think they should take care of this easily.
Well, they don't have King Henry anymore. King Henry's now in Baltimore and probably MVP candidate. Tennessee off a bye, interesting. Indy has Joe Flacco, very interesting.
Flacco.
And look, the guy gets the ball
I love
out
Joe
in the
Flacco.
ways Anthony Richards cannot do it. Like in ways, I like what do they call him? AR-15. I like him long term, but there's still these clock get the ball out to people you need to get to. Bottom line is this. I'm gonna take the optics of the bye week and take Tennessee here just because of a bye. But this can go either way, man. This is a divisional game. This is a 50-50 toss it up. You decide. I'll take Tennessee because they're home and off a bye.
Okay, I mean, one of the things I wanted to mention about the Indianapolis at Tennessee game is the simple fact that, where can you go to watch Indianapolis at Tennessee on Sunday? There's only one place, and that's the Paddock Restaurant.
That's
Right.
Nobody else is showing this game. No sports bar in this area is going to show this with the other rest of the docket that's going on Sunday at 1 o'clock. So honestly, Feast and Football is the place to be because you're going to get your own TV right there on your table. You're getting your own TV where you can put on whatever game you want. And that's the best part of it because, being a Raiders fan, I know the teams, they're not going to be on the TV a lot. I know I'm going to have to really search for it to watch games. And with all these satellite things and all these different streaming services, come on, man. Like,
You sound old saying that.
I don't I sound old saying that because we are old. All of
Yeah.
us are getting up there in age. And honestly, right now, if I'm going to watch a game, I'm doing it at the Paddock with 140 HD TVs, and we're also offering that $25 all-you-can-eat buffet and much, much more. It's Feast and Football every Sunday in the Paddock. And now we move on to another game, and that is a good one, actually. New Orleans is going to be without Derek Carr this week, and Tampa Bay is traveling to New Orleans, where Tampa Bay is favored by 2.5. Go ahead, Jake.
I think Tampa wins this one after that loss last week, the last minute.
Mhm.
They're looking to redeem themselves. They have Mike Evans, who just continues to put up numbers and score touchdowns. I think Tampa's going to get this one.
Yeah, Tampa, like they gave away the game in Atlanta last week. They should have won that game. They were in control of the game from start to almost finish, and then Kirk Cousins did Kirk Cousins things in the end.
like that?
Which is weird because Kirk Cousins does not never play exactly. He never plays well on prime time. 500 yards later.
Yeah.
No, that was an anomaly of anomalies. Plus Derek Carr is definitely out, right? That's official.
I believe so,
Yes,
yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, like I said about Seattle earlier about being frauds. I said it even after week 2. New Orleans wasn't believing. I wasn't a believer yet. I want to see more, and have now lost 3 in a row since then. I like Tampa. I told you guys on the podcast. I like Tampa. I've liked Tampa since the year started. One of the more not sure if they're Super Bowl contenders just yet, but they're right there. They were distant. They were in the playoffs last year. Won a playoff game. Or a quarter from winning the conference championship last year rather. Excuse me. Give me Tampa. I think Tampa bounces back in a big way here. They get a lot of time off on top of that too. Also, New Orleans in a short week. Bad combination here. Give me Tampa win this pretty easily.
I agree with Tampa traveling into New Orleans without Derek Carr, who I think has played very well this season. I'm going to take Tampa Bay at minus 2.5.
Better than mid, yes.
Oh, better than mid. He's I don't
Better
know what the
than mid.
word that better than mid is. Maybe I can call one of my kids and ask him. Next, we move on to Washington at Baltimore. That is the final 1 o'clock game. In this particular game, Baltimore is favored at home by 6.5.
Yeah, this is my game of the week. I mean, this should be everybody's game of the week. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I
with you.
don't get
mean,
the 6.5. That's
Yeah, it's a lot of points there. Let me say this real quick as a betting man. Bet the over in this game. I think it's 52.5. Easy over. Both these defenses are still suspect as hell. This is the Commanders' first real test now since this 4-game winning streak. Is what they're doing 4-1? Is this a real thing? Is it sustainable? I don't think they have to win this game. Although if they win this game, go a long way. But be competitive this game. I will take Washington on the points. Baltimore wins, but give me Washington points though. That's a lot of points there.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. But I still think that Baltimore covers with the points. Washington, again, they've been playing great. They're a young team. This is going to be a big test for them. I think they'll still have a great year. I do believe that Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are starting to click, and this is just going to be over for a lot of people coming up soon.
This is the game of right now, probably the 2 MVP candidates right now. Jane Daniels and Lamar Jackson.
I like it.
Right now.
Yeah, that's my Super Bowl team, the Baltimore Ravens. I'm taking them at home. Again, they're favored by 6.5 as Washington comes to town. I think that's, like Ernest said, this is probably going to be one of the best games of the week. Now we move on to the 4 o'clock games where the LA Chargers travel to Denver, who surprisingly have a winning record right now, and the Chargers are favored by 3.5.
Well, I know Tim's not going to like me for this one, but give me Denver, man. They've been grinding out games lately. Their defense will keep them in.
You're a believer, huh?
I like Bo Nix. Sean Payton's a great coach. I think they're going to grind this one out and take the Chargers.
This is tough because 3.5 is right there. 3 rather. It's right there. That's right on the cusp of where it should be. I'm going to go to the optics, taking the Chargers. Tim will love me on this one. I trust Jim Harbaugh. And the Chargers off the bye. As long as they're healthy.
Why?
You mean why?
Why?
Because it's Jim Harbaugh.
Why do you, what has he done?
He's the man. He went to Super Bowl, right? What are you talking about?
Oh, he went to a Super Bowl.
You don't like Jim Harbaugh? Not a fan?
No, not really.
Oh, man.
No, I think he's overhyped.
Well, we'll see here. Give me a chart. This is a toss-up game, honestly. You can go either way with this one. For the record, what you said, I do love Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is incredible. Sean Payton, not a big fan of him, but he's obviously a phenomenal offensive, guru. But I think in this one, I'm going to trust a team that's off a bye. And, give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers as they travel to Denver. And again, the Chargers are favored by 3.5 on the road. Now we move to a game, and Noah he's in here in the chat.
Hey, how's Joshy doing, by the way, buddy?
Yeah, right now he's he's at Josh Allen's house, knocking on the gate, trying to get in,
holding the
probably
radio.
retire.
Remember to say anything? Hold the radio up in the air like that?
I mean, 2 weeks in a row, he's got a concussion. He needs to retire.
We haven't gotten to that game yet.
Health.
Well, we're going to talk
we'll get
about
there.
it. But Noah's out of town this week. We haven't talked about Josh Allen yet, but I'm glad you're part of the show, Noah. We're going to talk about him in just a few minutes. But now we're going to talk about Pittsburgh at Las Vegas, where Pittsburgh goes to Vegas favored by 2.5.
This is tough. Which Raider? Okay, you're a Raider fan of this panel, right?
Yeah,
Which
unfortunately.
which one is showing up this week?
I can't tell you. I think the Devontae Adams, I think that drama is carrying over. I mean, I think he's obviously one of the elite wide receivers in the league. Nobody that's really good ever wants to play for the Raiders. If I think back to the Antonio Brown days where he never actually suited up a game for the Raiders.
Yeah, that was fun.
But to be honest with you, I'm looking at this game, and I picked against him last week and won, but I can't go against Pittsburgh this week. Going into Las Vegas favored by 2.5, I'm taking Pittsburgh.
That's where I'm at too. Also, they should have beaten Dallas. Honestly, that game. They should have won that game. And I think they'll come back fuming. Raider, you go up the team that has more stability, and right now, looking at the optics, the stability lies in Pittsburgh still. So I'll go Steelers.
Yeah, I don't think Antonio Pierce is as good of a coach as we thought he was. I mean, it's starting to show his players are giving up on him. He's not getting what he needs to out of these players.
Optics, yeah.
And like he came in last year and everybody was fighting for him. I think that was more on the coach that they fired, just having somebody new in. It's kind of the honeymoon stages kind of wore off there.
That was quick.
Well,
He's a player's coach. You know, the players seem to really love him. But
I mean they are 2-3, so they're still in it. The AFC that's wide open in the wild card now. So I know we're talking about Walker so early in the year, but still, this positioning starts as early as possible. So, but yeah, AP might not be suited for that job. We'll see how everything goes. Give him a chance to play it out, but man, the optics don't look good right now. So, yeah.
now we're moving on to Atlanta at Carolina, where Atlanta comes into town favored by 6.5.
Yeah, they're going to crush them. Carolina just can't get out of their own way. Atlanta had a good week last week. Kirk Cousins had a big game. I think they continue on that, and they're going to crush Carolina.
The thing is, Carolina's looked like prior to last week, looked like a football team again for 2 weeks with Andy Dalton quarterback. That's the funny thing. But Atlanta is starting to figure things out going forward. Kirk Cousins, people are hot and cold on Kirk Cousins and whatnot. Also, Atlanta, after that rough start to the year, they're now 3-2 and feeling good about themselves right now, and a lot of rest on top of that too, playing on Thursday night. I don't know. Read the optics here. This is my word of the day.
I was going to say something, man.
Optics are a word?
Well, you said don't say mid, so I'm not saying mid anymore.
Yeah,
so say
you
optics
said
and
optics
narrative.
like 30 times
Football
already.
cliches 101, right?
Look at the optics.
Oh, well.
It's like analytics for broadcasting. Got to look at the optics.
No, honestly, give me Atlanta this one. I just think they're figuring things out now. They really are. Yeah. I think this might be a sneaky good game, though, but I think Atlanta will cover the spread even with that.
Yeah, Noah says Atlantic traffic is terrible, but I still picked them to win. I'm going to use one of your words. I'm going to say that Atlanta's busted right now.
Oh, busted.
Whatever that means.
And what's so funny is my oldest son loves that word.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Hey, Dad, get bagels busted.
Noah picks Atlanta. I think we all pick Atlanta in this one. Is there a reason to dislike Kirk Cousins? I feel like he's a very likable guy.
I don't get that. I'm glad you said that because did you watch the Netflix series last year, Quarterbacks?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a likable guy. How can you not like that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he took all his money. Well, that's not your problem. He's a likable guy. God-fearing, great family. I mean, what are you doing?
He's got the best agent in the world.
Yes.
Or is he his own agent? Because I don't know how he's got 3 $100 million contracts, but
Yeah,
all
I
right.
mean, he's a bit of a cornball. Yeah, a little bit. So what? We all have a little bit of cornball in us.
A little
Who
bit,
cares?
yeah.
Okay,
So-
now we move on to my game of the week. That's going to be Detroit at Dallas, where Detroit goes into Dallas favored by 3.5.
It's a huge game. Not just for Detroit, for Dallas. You see Dallas next 6 games? All against contenders. So Dallas had to win that game in Pittsburgh, or they've been in big trouble. So this 6-game stretch for Dallas will tell us a lot about where they're at as a team. That being said, I'm still not impressed with the Cowboys. Even on Sunday, I'm not impressed with the Cowboys. Detroit off a bye on top of that. And before that, last year they played 2 also, I think week 16 and week 17, and Dallas got gifted that win. I think Detroit's looking for the revenge here. Detroit, I love what they're doing. In terms of balance, I think Jake and I were talking about before the show started. Like in terms of balance, I think after KC, Detroit may be the most balanced team in the league right now.
Yeah, them Green Bay,
Yeah.
KC,
Yeah,
top
Detroit,
3.
They're there. They're
Yeah.
there. They are there.
Yeah.
You know what? Detroit. Give me the Lions here. I think the Lions are just more trustworthy. The Cowboys are still a mess, in my opinion. They really
I
are.
like how you're taking my advice.
Well, yeah, you're smart. You're a smart
Yeah.
guy. You're a smart guy.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll take Detroit on this one, too, though.
I love having you guys on here.
Dallas.
It's honestly like having 2 brothers on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys have been bickering back and forth
Yeah.
for years, and it's time
Yes.
we got you guys on tape
Yes,
now.
yes.
I agree. Dallas just doesn't have enough for me. Dak and CD, that's it. But after that, where are you going?
And that's the problem.
Defense is struggling.
Correct, and that's the problem. They're too Dak reliant now. There's no running game anymore.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying Dak's having a good year. It's just that you can't.
Well,
That can't be your formula.
He puts up numbers for sure.
Right, but that can't be your formula though.
No.
So yeah, Detroit.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit to travel to Dallas. That's my game of the week. Detroit, again, is favored by 3.5. I'm taking them to win in this one. Now moving on to the Sunday night game where Cincinnati is traveling to New Jersey to play the New Jersey Giants. Cincinnati is favored by 3.5. Go ahead.
Show some respect there. They're the 4-time Super Bowl champions. What are we doing here? 4-time Super Bowl champions. What are we doing here? No.
Were you alive during those, though?
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah, 86 I was 6 years old. I'm old. Remember, I'm old.
Man,
You
you
just
are.
established
Yeah,
yourself.
you are.
Oof.
Yeah, I saw
You're pretty
3 of
old.
those Super Bowls.
86.
86,
So
I
you
was-
were alive for one of them.
Well, 3 of them.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 07, 11, and 90.
Oh, I forgot about those two.
Yeah.
Oh, I was Giants fan those year too.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, we know why.
Eli, baby.
Convenient, baby. Let's go.
Going against Tom Brady.
That's right. So, frisky Giants all of a sudden 2-3. I mean, big win in Seattle.
Stop it.
No, I know.
Stop it. Cincinnati crushes.
No, and they should. You see, their issues is a 1-4, right? But their issues is a one-sided the ball problem. Joe Burrow's had a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
Phenomenal year. Their defense stinks.
Yeah.
And
I think their coach cost them last game too.
Right.
Like, how do you not take a chance
True.
there?
And if there's any week that I don't know, the Giants offense can light up the scoreboard this week. Neighbors back hopefully from concussion protocol this week. Daniel Jones is playing okay football actually, which is kind of weird.
Weird.
But God, I mean, Cincinnati's got to win this game, right?
Yeah.
I even at 1-4, I still think the Bengals are in the playoff race. I still think they're in it because again, the AFC is no one's running away with it.
They need to start piling up some wins, but after that tough loss to the Ravens, they're going to come out with something to prove.
I'm with you too. Even the Bengals as well.
Jamar Chase is going to have another big week.
He was huge this week.
He was huge.
He was.
How did he split 3 defenders there and get
Right?
the touchdown?
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
What?
Yeah, I'm with you. I got Cincy as well too.
Yeah, we're all in agreement. We're all taking Cincinnati to win. Again, they're favored by 3.5 as they travel to play the Giants for the Sunday night game. Noah is in the chat, and he's like, stop it, Ernest. He's just like,
They're playing in Jersey, right?
yeah.
Okay. That's what I
Oh, of course they are.
Jersey Giants.
They always play in New Jersey.
Disrespectful.
Now we move on to a good Monday night game. This is the game that I wish Noah was here for because he'd have a lot to say. Because remember, he was really high on the Jets early in the season, like Aaron Rodgers, and we know about his obsession with Josh Allen. This is going to be a tough one, not for Buffalo, but for Noah, as Buffalo travels to the New York Jets again in New Jersey, and Buffalo is favored by 2.5 there. Ernest, I'd love to hear what
So
you have to
MetLife
say.
has 2 primetime games going on back-to-back nights. Yeah, Sunday football and then Monday football. Wow, that's crazy.
Good thing they got a fake field, or that field will be
Right.
tore up.
Again, this is AFC East. I don't know, man. This is tough. Which Jets team will show up now? Now with the Robert Saleh firing now done, which team responds? Buffalo's 2-game losing streak. Probably should have won the game against Houston. Whatever. Maybe I'm glad for punishment here, but I'm going to take the Jets to win this game. I don't know why.
Wow.
Yeah, you are a glutton for punishment.
Yeah.
Give me the Bills in this one. Even though
You should want.
Oh, here we go.
Josh Allen should probably retire.
Oh my God.
2
You know what? You
weeks,
heard that?
back-to-back concussions. Even though the NFL spotter didn't call it, that's a whole nother discussion. He needs to worry about his health.
I hope you like working the overnights. I really do.
If you're a Dolphin fan, which you are, and I am to some degree too, my number 2 team, you should be rooting for the Jets to win this game, though. You want to bring everyone down in the division to level.
Yeah, but nobody's worried about Buffalo for real though. Like,
Really? You don't think so?
yeah. Nobody.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Noah's wearing his Josh Allen T-shirt in Atlanta right now. I'm taking Buffalo to beat the Jets at home. They're again favored by 2.5. That's the Monday night game. Anything else from our Week 6 picks, guys? Anything else?
I'm in first place, so let's keep it that way.
Okay. Well, we're rooting against Ernest now, and now we move on.
When didn't you?
Yeah. And now we move on to the next portion of the show where we're going to talk about one of the best things about Sundays, and that is easily the Paddock Restaurant, the Feast and Football. I'm going to run down the menu for a Sunday, and you tell me that you don't want to come here after hearing this menu. Italian hoagie bites,
Oh my God, I'm starving.
chicken parm, chicken wings, pretzel sticks with beer cheese. That beer cheese is phenomenal. Penne alla vodka, Italian sausage with peppers and onions, olive and cheese tray, nachos, chili and cheese, garden salad, assorted drinks. I haven't talked about the drink specials. Import buckets for $25, domestic buckets for $20, Bloody Mary 6, mimosas for $5, and margarita for $6.
You keep a salad. I'll take the
Ernest
I'll
might
take
like
I'll
the
take
pretzel sticks or something like that.
Calm down.
They
Calm
don't
down,
They don't have
Jacob.
any chicken
He's going to eat the
nuggies, bro.
pretzels.
No chicken nuggies for you, man. Is there a kids menu?
By the way, shout out to our guy Ed Mueller in the chat. There's a Jets respond. He's a smart guy. He knows what I'm talking about.
We all have kids. We all eat kids' food. I sit in the poker room every Monday and Tuesday eating
Dino Nuggies.
applesauce out of a pouch because we all have children. But the best place to go every Sunday is Feast and Football. There's no better place in all of Palm Beach County to catch all the games, 140 HD TVs, 3 big screens, full bar. Call to reserve your spot, 561-683-2222, extension 199. And now we're going to move on to fantasy football tips. That is Stardom Situm. I was not able to pick last week because I am so terrible at fantasy football, but
Quitter.
I'm happy to say in my one league, my big money league, I actually got a win last week, and that's specifically because I was playing a team where the guy dropped out because he was sick. But a win is a win, so I'm going to take it. I am now 1-4. My team is actually good, but I'm just terrible at fantasy football. So we're going to go to Jake first with his Stardom Situm for week number 6.
Stardom is Mike Evans. You start this guy every week. Sit him, Wilson.
Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson.
Oh, Jets, right.
Sit him.
Okay. All right.
Okay, what about Ernest?
Russell Wilson is still.
Wow. You can't sit him when he's not starting.
Exactly.
Where are you going to sit him?
No, my stardom is going to be actually Jaden Daniels of Washington. I think he will explode this week in the losing cause. I think he'll actually go for 400 yards, honestly. The Ravens defense is kind of suspect.
Yeah.
My sit this week is going to be Geno Smith because of the Niners defense.
My stardom this week, both these players are actually on my fantasy team, is Jamison Williams of the Lions. He's playing at Dallas. I think their top wide receiver usually is going to take off with the number one DBs on that team. I think Jamison Williams will feast at Dallas, and my sit-em will be DK Metcalf playing against a tough San Francisco Giants or San Francisco. Why did I say the Giants?
Because baseball's awesome.
Because I'm talking about
baseball.
baseball.
Players are awesome.
All we were talking about was baseball all morning.
Let's go Mets.
Ernest is a big Mets fan. He's and like right now very happy.
No, I'm calm. If they win today, it's over.
Well, if they lose today, it's over.
Noah has a stardom sit-em. That's crazy. It's Josh Allen.
Josh Allen started.
Of course.
Concussion. I'm telling you.
There's too much Josh Allen on this show.
Getting hit too many times.
We need more Jalen Hurts, actually.
Okay. Now we move on to our weekly poll, and last week's question was, which wide receiver is going to, we're all old, we don't go like this, which wide receiver is going to have the most receiving yards? One of the people that chose was Steve Lesser, and he's actually the one that is going to win the free buffet. One free buffet this season to be used at Feast and Football on a Sunday before January 5th. So Steve Lesser, please get a hold of us. You won a buffet this week for voting on our poll, which is so easy to do because I'm going to put that poll up within minutes after the show. And this week's question is, what tight end is going to have the most receiving yards for this week, week number 6? And the choices are, the top 3 tight ends for receiving yards are Brock Bowers from Las Vegas, one of the only bright spots so far, Dallas Goedert from Philadelphia, and Jake Ferguson from Dallas. So choose which one of those you think is going to have the most receiving yards this week. Just for voting, you're going to have a chance to win free buffet in the paddock.
I got Goddard easy.
Yeah.
I like Bowers in that group. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take Bowers in that group too. But go ahead and vote just minutes after we finish the show. That'll be a poll right up there on Facebook. So put your vote in, and just for voting, you're going to have a chance of winning one free Feast and Football buffet for a Sunday this season. Now, folks, one of the other things that happens in the paddock a lot of people don't know about is we do dinner shows. So we do dinner shows in the paddock, and actually this Friday night, just a couple of days from now, we have the Pure Zeppelin Experience dinner and show. This is one I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. As a big Led Zeppelin fan, I know you are too, Ernest.
Yep.
I can't wait
What
for
about
the
you,
show.
Jake? Zeppelin?
Probably not as big as fan as you guys are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a metalhead. I can't help it.
I got a bad neck.
I still got bad neck from playing for all these years.
I did go to one of your shows, and
I remember that.
I was blown away.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I can't
Not
wait.
expecting that at all.
Yeah, Friday night's going to be so good, and one of the best parts about it is it's a dinner and a show. So when you pay the price, you're actually getting a 3-course meal and you're getting a show. I can't wait. Spaz is the lead singer of this group. He's also a comedian that does a lot of comedy.
Oh, really?
Up on the Treasure Coast.
Very cool.
Oh no, he's phenomenal. I've seen videos of the Pure Zeppelin Experience. That's about as good as you're going to get. Without bringing the originals back. So Pure Zeppelin Experience this Friday night in the paddock. Tickets are still on sale, and you can get those by going to our website at pbkennelclub.com. And we have to talk, because we're on the second floor poker room, we have to talk about the Moneymaker Tour, which is coming up October 23rd through November 4th. Both you guys are poker guys. You've been poker guys for over 20 years. You know how big of a tournament this is, and you know how prestigious it is that Pbkc gets to have the Moneymaker Tour. This is a tour now that's not traveled all over the country, not all over Florida. It's all over the world now. And they're coming back to town just exactly where they started, right here at Pbkc, October 23rd to November 4th. They're giving away something like 28, 29 trophies. There's going to be live streaming, which Ernest is always a part of right here on Twitch and also YouTube and Facebook and X. It's going to be an amazing series. If you're a poker player, you know a poker player, tell them to go to our website and find out more information. It's the Moneymaker Tour.
We're going to have Norman Chad on there too, aren't we?
Not that one.
No?
He's going to be here later in the year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's going to be awesome
The cool
too.
thing with Moneymaker too, also that the events are very diverse upon events too.
They
Also.
are
Very diverse, very very quirky.
It's been a good
which I like.
partnership for both of us, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to Tony, Chris Moneymaker, everybody from the Moneymaker Tour who's going to be in town in just a little while, and Noah corrected us on that. Norman Chad's actually going to be here in December, and he's going to be live right here on these mics right here. If you watched a lot of the World Series of Poker back in its heyday, you know the name Norman Chad, and he's going to be on these mics right here doing a much better job than we are today, and he's going to be doing stuff for the bar poker. I'm talking about me, not you, of course. I mean, you're bussing today.
God.
A little mid.
That's great. A little mid. we're making do.
And now we move on to my favorite portion of the show. It's called Quick Picks. This is where we run through each and every game quickly and tell everybody what we like this week. So let's go San Francisco at Seattle. San Fran is favored by 3.5. Go ahead, Jacob.
San Fran.
The Niners turnaround begins. It's going to be Niners.
Yep.
I'm taking San Francisco on the road. Now we move on to the Sunday morning game. Jacksonville at Chicago.
The Bears.
Jacksonville turns it around.
Jacksonville always plays well overseas. I'm taking Jacksonville. Now we move on to Arizona at Green Bay, where Green Bay is favored by 4.5.
Green Bay, one of the best teams in the league.
Go, Pack, go.
Yep, I'm going Go Pack Go at home. Again, favored by 4.5. Now we move on to Cleveland at Philly, where Philly is favored by 8.5.
The Eagles, they're off the bye.
Yep, Philly off a bye.
Yep, I'm taking Philly at home. Now we move on to Houston going into New England as the 6.5-point favorite.
Houston, they're going to beat the New England rookie.
Trey May's first start. I guess Houston. Bad. Give me Houston.
I'm taking Houston on the road. Now we move on to Indianapolis at Tennessee. This is my lock of the week. Tennessee is the underdog by 1.5. Go ahead, Ernest.
Give me Tennessee in the upset, if you want to call it that, of course.
Not an upset, but give me Indy.
I'm taking Indy in this one as my lock of the week. Now it's Tampa Bay traveling to New Orleans without Derek Carr, where Tampa Bay is favored by 2.5 points.
Tampa Bay coming off that tough loss.
Yeah, Bucks. Give me Bucks.
Okay, I'm also going to take Tampa Bay in this one. Now we move on to Washington at Baltimore, where Baltimore is favored by 6.5.
Yeah, game of the week. Give me Washington points, but give me Baltimore to win.
Baltimore to win for sure.
Yeah, I'm taking Baltimore. I think they win this game, and what I think is one of the best games of the week.
Easy.
Now, L.A. Chargers at Denver, a big AFC West matchup where L.A. is going in as the 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah, give me Harbaugh and the boys off the bye.
Denver.
I'm taking the
You like
Chargers.
Harbaugh hater?
The boys.
Sorry, Tim.
Harbaugh and the
Where's
boys.
this
I'm
guy
sorry.
done?
Harbaugh and the boys.
Yeah, I'm taking L.A. here, too. Now we move on to Pittsburgh, going to Las Vegas, where Pittsburgh is favored by 2.5.
Pittsburgh comes back after that loss. to
Yeah,
Dallas.
stable Steelers here over the unstable Raiders.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Even though I love Vegas, I'm taking Pittsburgh to win this one again. Going into Las Vegas, favored by 2.5. Now Atlanta at Carolina, where Atlanta goes in the 6.5-point favorites.
Captain Kirk Cousins does it again. Give me the Falcons.
You like that?
I like
Atlanta.
that. I like that.
He likes that.
You
I'll
like
take
that?
Atlanta too. I also like that. I'll take Atlanta going into Carolina. Now we move on to another great game. This is my game of the week. Detroit at Dallas, where Detroit is favored by 3.5.
This is going to be the game of the week. Give me Detroit.
Yeah, this is the next 6 games for Dallas are very tough. I think all 0-1 out the stretch. It was gonna be Detroit.
I'm taking Detroit in this one. Now we move on to the Sunday night game. Cincinnati at the New York Giants. 3.5-point favorite is Cincinnati.
I love my Giants and my boys, but give me the Bengals and a bounce back.
Yeah, Bengals in a bounce back.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals here too. And the last game of the week, Buffalo at New York.
Buffalo. Jets lost their head coach. They ain't got it.
My upside of the week, give me Jets, the Jets.
You and Ed Mueller have the same exact pick there, but I'm going to take Buffalo going into New Jersey with a 2.5-point favorite. And those are our quick picks for week number 6 from right here at PBKC. Now, before we move on to the end of the show, I want to talk about a couple things. Is your birthday coming up, Jacob?
Yeah.
Oaks
it's coming
Poker,
up this
who's,
Sunday.
Turning 45.
No, 38.
38. That's
Yeah.
it.
I may
I
look
thought you were in
older.
your 40s.
It's the
No,
beard, dude.
no,
I keep
no,
telling
no,
you,
no.
bring back the long hair. Bring it back.
I can't, bro. Obviously, you see it.
I don't think it's his choice, honestly.
Yeah, it's not
It's,
coming
it's,
back.
it's gonna be bald though. Look at
Yeah.
Look at us. Look
It's
at
not
us.
coming back, bro.
We're thriving.
Yeah.
We're thriving. Are we? Or is that
I'm bald. I'm happy bald.
okay?
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday,
Thank
Jacob.
you. I
We love
appreciate
having
it.
you on the
Thank
show.
38.
38.
So young, little baby.
Yeah, and hope everybody
Got a lot
has
of city
a
miles though.
Trail City Miles.
Yeah.
You got a little question here.
Yeah.
Is that a fantasy thing?
Yeah, that's a fantasy thing. Should I pivot off Mike Evans this week? Lattimore either locks him up or Evans starts to throw hands. He's got Zach Moss, Javonte Williams, and J.K. Dobbins.
Jacob says no,
I like Javonte Williams this week too.
but I like your.
I don't
Evans.
pivot off Mike Evans, man. This
Yeah.
guy just puts up numbers. He's gonna catch a touchdown.
Yeah. I think he's the all-time leading scorer now for the
For
Tampa Bay
yeah.
Buccaneers.
Easily.
Point scored, yes. And Baker loves to go for him.
Yeah, I
Baker's
honestly
gonna chuck it up. He's gonna give him a chance. I keep it in.
I think there's rare situations when, other than the fact that if Baker wasn't playing or if Mike Evans was hurt, that I would ever sit Mike Evans. I'm
Exactly.
starting him every single week.
I mean, he's only going to be a first Hall of
this
Fame.
guy's putting up numbers with Mike Glenn and Jameis
Yeah,
Winston.
exactly. Doesn't matter who it
Like,
is.
Like, it doesn't matter who he is. He's putting up numbers.
And
They're
we're
going to throw to him.
Right. We're talking about first ballot Hall of Famer future.
Yep.
Hall of Famer,
For sure. One of the
Chuck
most
Edwards.
underrated receivers in our
Without
time.
question. Without question.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thanks again for Jacob to be on the show this week, our special guest.
Thank you for
Hopefully he'll
having
be
me.
on the
That was
show more
fun.
often. Happy early
That was
birthday to
fun.
you.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys
Ernest.
got me on the show
Young man.
when the Dolphins don't play. That was cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
we
This
timed
week we
that
got some
perfectly.
stressful. Yeah.
Yeah, we timed that perfectly. Thanks again to Ernest Christian. My name is Mike Jameson. Also, we got to remind you, PBKC is closing today, starting at 4 o'clock. We are prioritizing the safety of our staff and customers, and we're going to reopen once it is safe to do so. If you want more information about everything going on, follow us right here like you are on social media. Go to our website, pbkennelclub.com, or of course, call our phone lines at 561-683-2222, and you'll find out all the information right here at PBKC. Again, our thoughts and prayers with everyone that are about to
Be
deal
safe,
with
everybody.
Hurricane Milton.
Yeah. Definitely.
Stay vigilant. Be
Yes.
safe.
Yep. Thanks, guys. And we will see you next week for week number 7. Enjoy NFL week number 6, where PBKC picks.